What's up, guys? I know it's been a minute. I really wanted to stay consistent, but a lot of things have changed since the past couple of months. First off, if you could not already tell, I am back in India. I wrapped up my master's and I decided to move back here for the next chapter. On top of that, I've started working in the commercial space, creating content and ads for brands, which has been super exciting. Hopefully, it leads to some bigger projects down the road. And lastly, I've picked up a bunch of new gear, which is what this video is going to be about. So let's jump right in. Alright, so this is the bag that holds all of my gear. And I gotta say, I really like it and it has a ton of storage, which is awesome. But the downside, as you can already see, that it is quite big. And when it's loaded up with all the gear like the cameras, lenses, batteries, and all the other peripherals, it gets kind of heavy. So I had to find a solution. Whenever I was out shooting, carrying that big bag was very tiring. And on top of that, I have another sack that I carry with me, which houses all my laptop and other stuff, and that gets really tiring. Plus, let's be real, I don't really need all of the stuff that's in that bag for each and every shoot. So I had to figure out a better setup, and that is exactly where this thing comes in. So I recently picked up this Sling bag and I've been using it for about a week now. And honestly, this feels like the perfect size. It's compact, but somehow fits a lot more than what you would expect. So now what I'm going to do is pull each and everything out from this bag, which also gives me a chance to explain what all stuff I carry around when I usually take this bag out with me for, say, like a shoot. And I think you'll be pretty surprised at how much I've managed to pack in this tiny bag. Starting off with the bag itself, this is a K&F concept sling bag that I recently picked up for about 3,000 rupees from Amazon. And for that price, I genuinely think that this thing punches way above its class, especially when it comes to the build and the materials. Now, opening it up, the biggest compartment houses my camera and the lens. So this is actually not the camera, this is my old camera. I'm filming on my Sony FX3 right now. I'll just add some B-roll on top, but I'm using this just for reference. Now you might be wondering why the FX3. It's a 4-year-old camera at this point, but honestly it still absolutely is a beast when it comes to, formats and the actual footage that you get out of the camera. And I've paired it with the Sigma 24-70 f2.8 Mark II, which is a super versatile lens, and overall the setup is a super versatile setup if I want to shoot, say, different kinds of commercials or ads. I pretty much never take the Sigma lens off of my camera because it is that versatile and the combo fits perfectly inside the main compartment. But sometimes, say I want to shoot something with a bit of a more character, I also have another lens inside the bag. So this is the Helios 44 M4. I've already made a video on this, and this has an M42 to a Sony E-mount adapter on it, which allows me to use this with the FX3. And I'm currently planning on making a video pairing this with the FX3, so maybe stay tuned. So this camera combo and a lens fits very easily inside the main compartment of this bag. Also, there is an internal divider inside the bag which you can fold up into different shapes, which basically helps you to split the main compartment into 3 equal parts or 2 parts, one bigger and a smaller, which I have currently set up. Super handy. Now, one more thing inside the main compartment is this step-up ring, which I basically use with the Helios lens, and I do have a filter inside the bag, which we'll get to right now. So there are 2 other compartments on this bag. One is here on the front and the other one is at the back over here. The front compartment is a bit bigger as compared to the compartment on the back, and once you open up the front compartment, the first and the most important thing that I always carry with me is this. So this is basically a K&F concept variable ND, and this is an 82mm filter. So I need this step-up ring to pair this filter with my Helios lens, and this 82mm filter also fits on top of the Sigma lens, which has a filter thread of 82mm, which makes it very convenient to have just one filter that goes on top of different lenses. Other than that, another important thing that I have is this. So this is the Hollyland Lark M2. This is the microphone that I'm using right now. If you can see, it's hooked up to my shirt magnetically, and this has been an amazing microphone to use for all the things that I do, especially like this talking head and voiceover stuff. This is a super tiny microphone. It works basically like your AirPods, so you get two tiny microphones and a receiver, and you can just slot all these three things inside this box to charge them, and you can just charge this box by using a USB Type-C cable. This is super handy. So the receiver goes on top of the camera and I plug it into the camera using an auxiliary cord, and then as soon as I take out the microphones of this box, they automatically pair to the receiver and I am good to go. This also comes with a lot of different attachments, but I don't carry all of them with me. I just have this small box and an auxiliary cord that is used to help me connect the receiver to the camera. Next up, I also carry these are exposure cards. They're basically used to set exposure on your cameras, and also you can use them to set white balance. Say for example, sometimes what happens is that I'm working with lights that I don't know what the color temperature is exactly. So these come in really handy to set the temperature on my camera so that I can match both the light and the camera's color temperature. Now, one thing that I like about this bag is that it has 3 more compartments inside the front compartment, which are basically dedicated for batteries. So there's two of these compartments. One has a green tag on it and the other one has an orange tag on it, or a red one you can say. So the green one basically houses an extra battery for my FX3, which is always charged, and once I run out, I just put the exhausted battery into the slot with the orange tag, so I know which ones run out. And on top of that, I also carry the charger for the battery. So the batteries that you get with the FX3 are the NPFZ type batteries. So this charger is used to charge those batteries. This comes in the box with the camera itself, so that is pretty convenient. But yeah, the charger and the cord goes in the front compartment as well. So that's pretty much all of the stuff that I have stuffed into the front compartment. The compartment on the back is pretty small, so I don't have a lot of stuff inside of this. Let's just open it up and let's just get to the stuff that's inside it actually. So I actually only carry one single thing or 2 things inside the back compartment. The things that I carry is this. So this is the Lexar professional card reader. So I use Lexar TF Express Type A cards with the Sony FX3, and this is a super fast card reader. It has a USB Type-C cable that also goes inside this compartment. I use this to, transfer data. The card reader goes in the compartment which is in the back of the bag. So that is pretty much all of the stuff that I carry inside of this bag. All of this stuff is pretty handy, and these are the only things that I need when I am not on a professional shoot. Say for example, if I'm shooting something for my channel, or I'm shooting something for say someone else's channel or a reel or something like that, this is the perfect setup, and the small bag really makes it convenient for me to carry it around, because this also fits inside the storage compartment of my two-wheeler, which is also very convenient. So I don't have to wear this and ride my two-wheeler, which is very convenient. Now, one more thing I want to point out about the bag is that the padding inside the bag is not very thick, but the divider does make sure that your camera and the lens that you're carrying inside the main compartment stays safe. So you just have to be a bit careful about handling this bag around and making sure that you're not just tossing this bag somewhere. But yeah, this bag has a lot of different straps that you can use to hang it around. It has a strap on top that you can put through your neck, and it also has a handle on the back that you can use to just hang this bag around somewhere. And also one more thing, I also have a tripod that I'm using right now, which I carry sometimes. So this bag has these small straps on the bottom which are adjustable, so you basically just slide in your tripod inside this and tighten it up, and that way you can carry your tripod as well. So say for example, if you have a travel tripod which actually fold up pretty small, that will fit here, and it just makes sure that you have all of the stuff that you might need on a shoot, which is super handy. So yeah, well, that's pretty much all of the stuff that I have inside this bag when I'm out and about shooting. This bag, after since I've used this bag for a week now, I've realized how convenient it is to have a small bag, and it just makes everything much more easier. So that is pretty much it for this video, and hopefully from now on I'll try to be more consistent on the channel channel. I have a few videos lined up which will come in the coming week or maybe the next month. But yeah, it's been a journey since the past 2 months since I've shifted back, and I'm trying to get used to this routine again. Hopefully more videos will come, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.